Hello, fellow traders. Nutty Bar Trading coming to you on a Thursday. It is January 25th. And this is just the recap of how my trading went today. And probably going to talk a little bit more in depth about my 50Ks and just kind of how I'm trading those differently than what I used to. So let's just dive right in. So, remember how I said about the market has a unique way of humbling yourself, of keeping yourself humble. I was trying not to be too, how would I say, too confident, but maybe I was. But yeah, I got humbled today on my 150K account. It was unfortunate. I want to show you a little bit of the trades. I learned from it. We'll go over it, but bottom line is we hit our max loss on the day, which is 900. We're at $869 loss. So definitely not a good day on this 150K account. I'm disappointed because let me just show you. I forget where I took my first trade right here. I took my first trade right here. Nice winner. But where I got really disappointed was so in the afternoon session, we started to pull back and trying to go with the trend. I went short right here and we hit my first profit target. I was almost ready to take my second profit target and I got a little bit greedy and I thought, nope, I'm going to hold until we test the lows again here. And of course, it goes up. It stops me out on my runner, which basically makes this a losing trade. Then I was still very short biased, rightfully so. I just picked terrible entries. More than anything, I should have had my stops at different. I should have had a little bit looser stops. Now, what I should have done is size down because the volatility was pretty high. I should have sized down to one contract and allowed myself a little looser stops because all of these trades would have been nice winning trades. Like this was, I went short and it stopped me out and then ripped lower. And then I tried it again here. And this was the one that kind of broke the camel's back. And of course, it stops me out and then makes the nice move lower that I was looking for. And just disappointed. I don't know. It is what it is, but yeah, I'm trying to, and I'll talk about a little bit more in a minute. But one thing that I am doing on my 50Ks right now is having a lot bigger stop, and just making sure that I'm going with the trend, that I'm not going against the market, making sure I'm going with the trend, and if I am, allowing me to have a little bit more wiggle room. Just with NASDAQ, I think we all know how that can wick out and be volatile and then make the move. So then this was the final trade, just another kind of rubbing salt in the wound. Again, terrible place to have my stop. But this was basically stopped me out because of Guardian Angel Trader, and it stopped me out because I had hit my max loss on the day. So just unfortunate. These three trades, all short trades, all lost because A, too big size, and B, bad entries and bad stop placement. So that's what I learned today, and hopefully we can improve on that. I'm not super disappointed on this. I mean, yeah, I don't like having red days, but I feel like it was just me making mistakes on my stop loss and my entries. That stuff I can correct. I feel good about it. So, all right, let us move to the 50Ks. All right, boys, here we go. So, as you can see, lots of green, which I love. We do have a little bit of red that we need to talk about. So I actually ended up taking a couple of trades toward the end of the stream, or toward the end after I got stopped out here. Yeah, I ended up taking some trades right. Oh, I guess you guys can't see. Hang on. I did actually end up taking some trades right here toward after I ended. And I just, yeah, I had I had said that, hey, I'm not going to trade the 50Ks. And then I did the old, well, just one more. And I paid the price. I did. These two so these two accounts here were actually like $240 in the green, and took two more trades, both of them losses, and I slowly removed myself and I stopped trading, which is good. So now I want to talk a little bit about these 50Ks and how I'm trading them differently. Again, and I want to make this very, very clear. This is not me trying to tell people what they should be doing. This is just me sharing my journey and kind of sharing what I've learned. Please do not take this as me teaching. I am not qualified to teach anyone how to trade. Let's make sure we make that very, very, very clear. So I kind of changed my method on these 50Ks. And as you know, if you've been following along for any amount of time, you know I've been taking it super, super slow on these 50Ks, almost to a fault. Like some of these accounts I've had for over 100 days traded, even more, I think like 140 plus days traded. So it's just been slow grind, and it's kind of like, but then I decided, I don't know when it was, like, where I was like, you know what, I'm going to be more aggressive. Now, with that, I used to have an $85 loss limit per account. But I was also copy trading these across multiple accounts. So I decided, you know what? I'm going to start trading them only one at a time. And then I'm going to make my stop loss a lot bigger and then trade a little bit bigger size. And if I hit my stop loss, so my current stop loss per account is $600. Unless once I have $300 in profit, then I can't give back more than $300. You know, that will stop me out. This is my settings in my Guardian Angel Trader that I'm talking about. So basically, kind of the worst that can happen is I can have a $600 red day on these 50K accounts. Now, my rules, and again, this is where discipline comes in, but my rules are, if I hit that $600 loss on one account, I'm done for the day. Like, that's it. No more trading, and I'm done for the day. That's kind of the commitment that I made myself, that, hey, I'm okay. I'm okay with a $600 loss on one account. I'm not okay with a $600 loss across 19 accounts. So that's kind of the rule that I put in place for me, just risk management. And basically, the way I do it is I've actually been trading a lot of these accounts in the overnight session. I've really liked the price action in the overnight session the last two nights. So basically, I start out with 5 micros, and I have a profit target anywhere from 13 to 15, 20 ticks. It just varies depending on what I see. But then I basically trade, you know, once I hit my profit target and have a winning trade on the account with the lowest balance, I always trade the lowest balance first, and I just work my way up through the accounts. And once I make one full cycle, then I start at the bottom again, and then I go to 7 micros the next round. And again, I just work my way through those accounts until I've made another cycle through, and then I go and the final round, or at least this is I haven't traded bigger size than this, is 1 mini. So then I move to 1 mini contract, and usually my take profit on that 1 mini is 10 ticks, 10 to 12. So those are kind of the cycles that I go through, and I just keep trading the smallest balance. And then obviously, if I have a loss of more, you know, if we have a loss of $600 loss in an account, then that would end my trading for the day on the 50Ks. So obviously, my biggest kind of challenge, I guess, like I'm challenging myself, is discipline. And with that is just to be willing to walk away if I hit that $600. So that's going to be the biggest test. Right now, I haven't really had to face a big test so far because I haven't really had close to that $600 loss. Now, this afternoon, the two trades I took, the final two trades, definitely, I didn't hit my $600 loss, but I knew I needed to stop, and I'm glad I did. Walked away, and we still have a really good day. And I'm going to continue doing this. Obviously, you know, it's going really well. For the third day now that I'm doing this, it's going really well. So that's great. Again, I want to be careful how much I say that because these markets have a way of humbling you. So just gonna try and do the same thing. Try not to look at the P&L too much or my account balances, and just keep on plucking away at it. And yeah, but we have now, we can see here the 50Ks. So this, we have 1, 2, 3 accounts that are 1,200 in profit. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 accounts that are over 1,000 in profit. And then the remaining are very close to 8 to 900. Then we have these two stragglers. So the two stragglers, I'll definitely trade those. I'll probably trade those a little bit more tomorrow. If obviously if I have a red day on it, then I would have to stop. But trying to get the account balances as close to the same amount as possible across all 19 accounts is kind of my goal. And that's why I always trade the lowest account balance first. So anyway, I had some people asking about it, so I thought I would share that. Also had some people ask today about, why, I don't trade these on stream. So just so everyone's aware, so I trade the 150K account. This account here is what I trade live on stream every day. And these 50K accounts, I trade those off stream. Like when I say off stream, I'm trading those as I'm streaming, but they're on a different monitor that you guys can't see. And I just do that just to eliminate as much pressure as possible. I would love to trade them on stream, to be honest. And maybe at some point, if I would, knock on wood, get a payout where I remove some of that pressure and I feel just a little bit more confident doing it, I would, be okay. And I would like to trade them on stream, but it's definitely a little bit harder trading on stream 20 accounts than it is, harder to trade it on stream than off stream. So, but I'm trying to, still continue to show my progress. And that's why I want to do, and why I continue to do all the videos at the end of every day, just to update and kind of talk through my progress that I'm making or not making on those 50K accounts. So hopefully that's okay with you. I know for some, maybe that's an issue, but either way, I got to do what I got to do, and I got to do what I feel like gets me to a payout the quickest, while still showing my journey on YouTube. It's kind of a balancing act sometimes, but anyway, let's look at TradeZella here. We have, I think this is easily the best week I've ever had. I think ever in trading, just period. So yeah, we had $700 day, 2.4K, 3K, and a 3K day. I'm not great at math, but let's see where we're at right now. This week, we are 9,000 in profit on those 19 50K accounts. So it's crazy how fast it adds up. Like $100, $200 a day, it really adds up quickly. And the account balances really start growing. And it's really exciting. It's really exciting to see the account balances grow, get above 1,200. And I'm excited, but I want to be so cautious that I don't get overexcited and do something stupid. Obviously, our biggest challenge still lays ahead. getting across that profit threshold of $2,600 on these accounts is going to be the challenge. And I know as we get closer to that dollar amount, the more pressure and the more nervous I'm going to be. So I really don't know how to handle or how to deal with that. I think the best way is just I have to continue doing what I'm doing and just really not try to pay attention to the profit and loss and to the account balances. So I'm going to try that as much as possible, but sometimes I can't really help what my brain thinks. You know, I try to trick my brain into thinking different things, and my brain's got his own ideas. So I guess we're just going to have to control things as we can and, you know, continue to just trade well, not go off the rails. That's the most important thing. So anyway, that's the ramble for today. That's a little bit longer video than normal. So thanks if you're still watching. Thank you. I do appreciate it. Exciting times. We will be back tomorrow streaming, and hit that subscribe button if you haven't subbed yet. If you want to continue to follow along on my journey, that'd be great. So that's it. Have a great rest of your evening, and God bless.